Hey, what's up, you guys? Um, kind of sad right now. I am on my way to the vet's office. I'm heading there without an animal in the car. I'm heading there so that I can pick up my dog's ashes. Hey, what's up, guys? I am back at home now. Like I told you, I picked up my dog's ashes, and I'm gonna tell you how my dog passed. It was June 23rd, 2 days after my birthday. My face is so ashy. Greasy. It's oily. But it was 2 days after my birthday. My birthday was June 21st. So he passed on June 23rd. It's when this happened. Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm back home now, and like I said before, I just came from picking my dog's ashes up from the vet. And I was gonna tell you guys the story of how my dog passed. Well, we're gonna start when I got him. I got my dog on, I believe it was my 25th birthday. Probably gonna tell my age, but I've had him for 16 years. Like I said, 2 days after my birthday, my dog, he had cataracts on both eyes. So he was blind. He couldn't see. He couldn't really hear good also because he was an old dog. So on the day that it happened, he woke up that morning. I don't know, for some reason the day before, I felt the need, like I picked my dog up, like he was laying in his pet bed, and I just picked him up and I held him, and I was telling him, thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being there. Thank you for letting me love you and care for you. Take the glasses off. But that day he hadn't really eaten or drinking anything, and my brother was getting ready for work. My brother had just recently got a puppy, and my brother was in his room getting ready for work, and I guess my brother was backing up, and I heard my brother say, move, you're gonna make me step on you. And I heard one of the dogs yelp or bark or whatever. I thought it was just his dog. I had just recently left, and I went and got me something to eat. I was sitting here eating and watching TV, and I heard that, and I didn't think anything of it. Before that happened, my dog had walked into my brother's room like he always does. And so like I said, I heard the yell, and then shortly after that, my dog like bolted out of his room running, and I'm like, okay, because I hadn't seen him move that fast in a while. Like I said, he has cataracts, so kind of nervous with your steps, where you're walking at, because you don't know if you're gonna walk into something. But he ran out of his room like so fast. And he was running into everything. Then shortly after that, he started yelling and screaming. He was like screaming at the top of his lungs. And I got up to try and pick him up to see what was wrong. I thought my brother, when I stepped on him, my brother was like he wasn't for sure if he had stepped on my dog. I had a chihuahua, and this is him. And so I'm trying to grab him, but he's just running all over the place, and we have like a bookshelf in the living room. He got stuck in the bottom of the bookshelf. He was just ramming back and forth, just all in there. Finally, he came out, and I was able to pick him up, and I was trying to look at his face, and he kept snatching his face from me. I'm trying to touch him all over, and he's just pulling away, and he's flailing, and his eyes are stretched big, and he looks like his tongue to me looked like it was kind of purplish, but he was like breathing really, like panting really fast and breathing hard. His heart was racing. I'm like, oh, did he step on him and break a bone somewhere? So my brother is great at holding money. So he had my money in his room. And I went to my room to, I told my brother, give me my money. Get my money out, please. I'm taking him to the vet. And I rushed to my room. I grabbed a towel, put on shoes, and I wrapped Gizmo in the towel, and I get the money, and I grab his medical records and everything, and I take off. I get in my car, and I put him in the floor of the front seat. I put him in the floor on the passenger side. He was so worked up. He came up on the seat. He crawled through between the driver's seat and the passenger seat. He fell in the back seat. And he was just pacing back and forth in the back of the car, just hitting his head on the doors. And I'm calling the vet while I'm en route to the vet's office to let her know what was going on. And I explained to her what happened. She's asking me, is he an older dog? And I'm telling her how old he is. Y'all listen to this. She asked me if he was eating or drinking. I said not today. I hadn't seen him eat or drink today. But he did eat the day before. So she tells me, maybe you want to get him some baby food to eat that'll be softer on his teeth. In my head, I'm like, woman, this constipation has nothing to do with how he's acting. And I'm like, that couldn't be it. Something's wrong with him. She then asks me, she was like, how old is he? And I told her he's either 15, anywhere between 15 and 16 years old. I told her the day before he had been vomiting the day before. So I was trying to see how he did, if it stopped before I just brought him into the vet. I did call the vet the day before, only because I was in the living room and I was watching TV, and he was about to vomit in the middle of the floors, and I have training pads down for him to use the restroom on. I picked him up to try to take him over to the training pad so that he could vomit on there. As soon as I put him down on the floor, it was like his front legs kind of collapsed, like he collapsed and he fell on his side, and it was like he was twitching and he was like shaking, and he had that stare. If you've seen anybody have a seizure before, you know that looks like seizure activity. And I'm like, oh my God, did he just have a seizure? But he got up, finished his vomit, and he walked around some, and he went and he drank some water the day before. This is the day before. He drank some water and he just continued walking around some. And I was like, okay, let me continue to watch him. And I called the vet and I asked her how much was it to bring him in to have him checked out and see what's going on. And she told me that it was $49, basically $50, to bring him in and have his visit. And I was like, and plus whatever else the doctor does to him. And she was like, yes, but we're totally booked up right now. We won't have anything available to the 28th of the month. And this was on the 22nd. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, okay, give me a second. I'm going to watch him and I'll call you back if anything changes. And she was like, okay. So fast forward the next day. And like I said, he woke up that day. He hadn't really eaten or drinking. He hadn't eaten or drinking anything. And he had just been really sleeping a lot. And I told you he went into my brother's room and all that happened. Okay. So I'm telling her that. And she was like I said, we're booked up. And I was like, I know, I called you the day before. And she was like, what you can do is bring him in and we can monitor him and see what's going on with him. And we'll call you and let you know when you can pick him up later that day. And I was like, okay. I said, I'm on my way up there right now anyway. And she was like, okay. So I brought him up there. And as soon as I opened the car door, he was en route to banging his head on that door. And I caught him right as he went to do it. And so I'm picking him up and he's flailing and stuff like that. And so I took him into the vet's office and I couldn't take it anymore. I started crying and she's trying to get my information, so my phone number, so when he's ready they can call me. The other lady that was there, assistant, she came and she took Gizmo from me and she took him to the back and they got all the information they needed. And I was driving home crying, of course. And for some reason I had the oddest feeling. I was like, oh my gosh, when I get home they're gonna call me in no time and tell me that Gizmo's heart stopped or he stopped breathing. As soon as I got home and I'm trying to park in my parking space, my phone rings and it's the vet. And I'm just like, oh my God. And then it's the doctor that's calling me. And the doctor's telling me that it was a struggle to get him in the cage because he was so worked up. And I'm so sorry. And they said once they got him in the cage, he was so worked up. He was just like, he was just going round in circles from wall to wall of the cage, just banging his head on the side of the cage. And so they said we couldn't leave him in there doing that. And so the assistant that took him from me, she held him the whole time. And he was telling me that that they could give him tranquilizers to calm him down, but it would take about 3 tranquilizers just to get him to calm down because of how worked up he was. He said he's in distress. He's breathing very heavy and very hard. His heart is beating very hard. And he said in his guess, he said it could be his kidneys. But like I said, they would have to calm him, give him tranquilizers so he can calm down, so they could check that. He said, but it looks like he's had a stroke, and it's not his first stroke. I wasn't aware of a first stroke. All I knew was he had cataracts. And I wonder, because he used to just pace around in a circle. Sometimes he would just be walking in a circle. And I had looked up stuff about that. And what I found was that when a dog does that, that they could have the signs of dementia, and a dog could make them pace in a circle. But that's what I found. But he said it looks like he's had a stroke, and it's not the first one. And he said that it's probably, his brain probably swelled up, and it got so big that it didn't have any more room to go anywhere. And that's the result. What he was doing was the result of his brain not having any room to go anywhere else, and the second stroke or whatever. And he said in his medical knowledge, he said the best thing that he would do is just to put him down and put him out of his misery. And I knew it. I had been in my head for about the past 2 weeks, like, I'm gonna have to put him down. And I was like, I don't want to think like that. But it was just like I knew it. Like God was like, say your goodbyes to him. And I told him, like, it was like days before I told him. And it was like, he was like, I can give him the shot now, or you can come up here and be with him. And I was like, I want to be with him. So I came back and I held his paw. They were trying to let me hold him, but every time the receptionist that had him, she held him the whole time. When she would try to hand him over to me, he would start flailing a lot, and he would scream. So she held him on a table. I held his paw, and I gave him a kiss on his forehead, and I was telling him, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And he was giving him the shot, and I was like, how much longer does he have? And he was telling me it only takes seconds, and when he finally finished giving him the shot, he checked him. He was like, his heart is barely beating. And he was like, you can spend as much time as you want with him. And so I just sat with him, and I prayed for him. And I spent a little time with him. And I decided to do cremation. And like I said, I picked up his ashes today. And I'm going to pick it up. It came with this. I haven't really looked at the inside, so sorry. Somebody interrupted my video. So here's what's on the inside. It says, when that time comes, sorry, and it's this. And it just tells. That's crazy. I had that reaction because of the little box right there. It says Hershey on there. And my brother's puppy that he just got, he named him Hershey. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, Let me put my glasses on so I can see. And it comes like that. Good. So this is my baby. And it says it's until we meet again at the Rainbow Bridge. Maybe TMI. I don't know. This is my baby. So I have to purchase him an urn. I've been looking on Chewy.com to purchase an urn for him, and yeah, gosh, y'all. If anyone wants to help with the purchasing of an urn and things, I wanted to get an urn and a little necklace so I could put some of his ashes in it. That was my brother's suggestion that I did that as well. But here's my Cash App if anybody wants to help. It'll be in the description box below as well. Like I said, this is my dog. His name is Gizmo. Yeah, y'all, it hurts when you lose your dog. Your animals, your pets are part of your family. They're part of your family also. And yeah, like I said, I had him for 16 years, and my baby is in doggy heaven up there. Yeah, I used to tell him all the time when I would get ready to leave, I'd be like, bye, baby. Me and you together forever. See you later. I love you. But yeah, so my dog passed away, and heartbreaking. When I came home that day, my brother's puppy, he could realize that Gizmo wasn't here anymore. He was looking for him. He kept looking at the door, and he was looking at me and looking around like, where is he? Where'd you take him? And it's crazy. I still have his pet bed beside my bed. That's where he slept. It's still there. And his Hershey, which is the new puppy, he clamped inside the pet bed sometimes, and he's like looking for him. This is a picture of him looking for him. He's made it a little easier. He's laying on the floor asleep right here. He's about 9 weeks old. His owner said that he is half Rottweiler, half Beagle, so Regal. But I'm gonna pick him up so you can see him. Hershey, hey baby. Say hi. This is him. This is Mr. Hershey. He has been a joy. He's been a terror. He likes to chew on stuff, which my dog didn't chew on stuff at all, which was a joy. He tries to chew on my shoes. He tries to chew on cars. Whatever he can chew on, this one will chew on. So I have to watch him. He was asleep. That's why he looks so sleepy. In his little fat belly. So, but yeah, he's made it a little easier. So, yes, I'll put you down so you can go back to sleep. He loves to eat so much. He eats a lot. So that's why I was like, he's gonna be a big boy. But yeah, you guys, it is so hard losing your pet and part of your family as well. Like I said, my baby Gizmo has his wings and he's flying high. So, you guys, I'm getting ready to film another video over this on my head. So stay tuned for that one as well. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching me boo-hoo and cry all on this video. But like I said, if you want to help, my Cash App is in the description below. Comment if you have lost if you've lost a pet. He's trying to chew on stuff. If you've lost a pet, comment below how you handled it, how it went for you. I'm sorry if you've lost a pet that's close and dear to you. Blessings. But yeah, so I love you, Gizmo. Me and you together forever. At least you're up there with my mom and all them. But thank you guys for watching once again, and till we meet again. Deuces.